today is officially the first full week of being completely self-employed. So if you don't know, hi, my name is Kelsey. I am a naturopath and the owner of the Intuitive Health Studio. So I quit my part-time job a couple of weeks ago, and today is the first official week, start of the week that I'm completely self-employed. So I'm going to take you through the week, what I get up to, what I do as a first time business owner, I guess, and really striving to grow my business and grow it to its full potential, which the potential is limitless. But I have a consult this afternoon. It's currently 2 p.m, so all morning I've been just hanging out with family, and I'm starting to slowly get back into work. This week is going to be a good one. So I've just finished off making a repeat cream for one of my clients. They have on their skin like this really irritating itchy rash. So this rash that we concluded on was driven by a fungal overgrowth. And there's a couple of ways that that kind of rang a bell with me when we were talking through the consult. But basically this cream is reducing that fungal overgrowth. We also have a herbal tonic that will help with the internal overgrowth because the gut and the skin are very closely connected. We're treating the skin from internal and an external perspective. So what I'm doing now is just prepping for my next consult. So today it's kind of good because this week I'm kind of going into a, not a slower week, but consults are more spread out, which means that I have more time to look at my business as a whole, look at the way that I want to grow my business, but also ease back into it because my weekend was quite full on with lots of family and friends and all of that. So what I'm going to do now, look at a couple of my other sites that I look at, so like for pathology reports and everything, checking in on those and seeing if any results have come back or estimated dates. That way I can think in my mind, okay, this is when I have to contact that person. Tuesday, starting off the day, I've already done a heap of stuff and it's not even 9 a.m, but it's starting to get stuck into work. So now I'm going to work on some treatment plans. I have a consult in about an hour and a half, so I'll travel in to do that into the clinic. But right now I'm just starting on some treatment plans. Good morning, it's now Wednesday. I'm just cooking breakfast Wednesday morning and then I'll get stuck into some work. So I have some treatment plans still to do. I did a lot yesterday, but I still have some more that I need to finish. So my goal is to finish that off this morning and then I have a consult later this afternoon. But really today I really want to get those treatment plans done. I also want to do some planning around my business because I feel like what's happening, I think I've hit what's happening because I know I said that I was a little bit in a funk. I think I've been burnt out because I had my wedding, I quit my job, I was working like 70 hours a week prior to this, and I think all of those emotions and different things have built up and I was actually burnt out. So I'm trying to revitalize myself, and I think planning and getting things organized is really going to help with that. So I want to get things off my table, so off my to-do list, so finish those treatment plans, then I have a clean slate, and then I can start working on what are my goals, what I want to achieve, what do I need to do for my business and in my business to build it and grow it, and then that way I'll be more on track. I think I already feel better talking about it and realizing that as well. But right now I'm cooking some breakfast. I'm going to make sourdough with an egg and some avocado as well. So let's get started. I've just discovered that my website has fallen off my Google My Business review, my Google My Business page. It's fallen off, or it's done something's happened with it. I've had a lot of issues with this domain for some reason. Like there's no issues in where I get my domain from, like GoDaddy, but yeah, it's just not sticking, or there's like been glitches and stuff. So I don't know what's happening. I'm gonna actually email GoDaddy and say, why is this happening? because Google's not accepting the new website, even though it had been there for ages. And yeah, I don't know, it's just been removed. So there hasn't, I don't know how long for, but my website hasn't been connected to the Google My Business. It's still working, but it's actually dropped off the Google homepage. So it was like #1 on the homepage when you search in my local area, but now it's dropped off completely, which is very, very frustrating. And it's one of those things that take time to actually build back up. And I was at a great spot where my business page was like at the top. So I don't know what's happened. It's very frustrating, and it's good that I'm still popping up as #2 on the actual review part. But when you look at the website, I'm nowhere to be seen. And when I even search it up, it's not coming up. So I don't know why that is happening. So I'm going to send an email to GoDaddy and Squarespace to be like, what is happening? Is there something I need to fix? Is there broken links? Have I missed something? Because it was there before, so I don't know why it's changed. And this obviously is not my strong suit, so I'd like to get to the bottom of it and fix it as soon as possible, because that is one of my big lead generators is Google, and I've really put a lot of effort into Google reviews. So I don't know what's happening, but anyway, yeah, I was very curious of why my traffic was so low over the last couple of days, and that is why, because there was no website to go to. Anyway, I've just defaulted to my old website that redirects to the new website anyway, but it's very annoying that the new domain doesn't work, because then it's just not consistent throughout. So anyway, I'm gonna see what happens and see if there's any resolution. With yogurt and some banana. I'm already started work. It's about 8:30, but I've just been starting because I'm on this website saga issue. I figured out I haven't figured out why it's not doing it, but I think it's because Google hasn't indexed my site yet, and that's why it's not accepting it. So I just have to wait. I have to be patient, because I've done the testing of the you can test the site map live, and it was all okay, it was successful. So I think I just have to wait, be patient for it to actually come up. So, but what I'm doing now is just trying to increase or improve my SEO as much as possible. So I've got all my friends to go on this website, but I'm going through the website itself to update like keywords and make sure there's no links broken, and really just trying to improve the SEO, because that will help anyway. So yeah, I'm just going to eat my breakfast. I'm going to try to get on a coaching call as well, and then I have consults for the rest of the afternoon. I have to make some herbs, some compounds, and all of that. So yeah, back in the clinic again. It is an afternoon consults and making prescriptions. We had my delivery that I needed because I ran out of herbs, and I needed to make some creams, and not creams, I needed to make some tonics and some supplements, but I ran out. So I now have my delivery, which is good. I can fulfill those orders, so I'm getting better at having enough stock on hand, but still learning as things are changing, business is growing. These are all the things that I got herbal liquids, I got some more magnesium for my compounds, some probiotics, some measuring cups for the tea, for the tonics, and some more jars. So I'm gonna go put that all away and then get set up for my consults. I'll have to review some pathology that clients have sent through. That's because sometimes you're not, like, the client's not able to get the pathology to me before their first appointments. They send it in between consults, which is fine. I like to review it beforehand just so we know what we're talking about, and that way I have an idea of what we can work on next, or if there's anything that we need further investigating. So particularly for this client, I think I saw them maybe 4 or 5 weeks ago, doing a lot of diet and lifestyle changes, and they're getting bloods in the meantime. So they've sent through their blood, so I'm going to go through that, and that way I have an idea of, okay, what can we focus on now to help with your symptoms, and then see what changes they've made as well. Congratulate them on the changes that they make. Even if they're small, I want to encourage people to feel that every step of their way they're feeling supported and they feel like they're on the right track. Obviously, not everything is going to work perfectly, or not everything is going to work out the way that you thought, but it is important to be proud of the small wins rather than just being like, oh, I completely changed my life in 4 weeks, because that's not achievable, realistic. We want to enjoy the journey, and by enjoying the journey, we're celebrating those small wins. So that's why I love follow-up consults, because we get to see what changes that the client has been able to make, and then adjust from there, seeing what things worked, what didn't work, and then we can go from there. So I'm just going to review this pathology, review the initial consult to see what they came in with, their major concerns, and then that way in the follow-up consult we can dive a little bit deeper and see what changes we can further make. Some products, so I just made up 2 nutritional compounds. I still need to do a herbal tonic, just for some clients that I saw this week, and like you saw before, I had a package come in, so had to fill those orders. I've just printed out some more labels, so my labels are super basic. I really want to get to the day where I'm getting these printed professionally, but right now they're serving its purpose, so that's fine. But I have a label for the herbal tonics and the compounds and the cream, so actually I have to cut these out, but that's fine. I'm just doing all that because I actually ran out of the labels, but that should last me a while. Today when I was talking about all of those things, or maybe it was in a different video, but I was thinking, okay, what do I actually need to do? I was a bit like overwhelmed of what to do, and I then wrote myself a massive list. You can see that, like, I think I don't know what I need to do, but then I come up with this massive list of things to do, and all these things aren't fast things, like they take some time. So anyway, that will keep me busy, but I'm going to finish off these products, these prescriptions, and that way the clients can come pick it up. It won't be such a delay. Then I'll cut these out as well and get prepped for my next consult, have some treatment plans to do.